Hi, Ken Kasha here, lead trainer and international training director for the Silva Method, as well as the founder of the Trust Your Intuition Academy. Today, on a very serious note, I would like to offer you a lesson in dynamic meditation that I believe, I hope, can help you to restore your energy, facilitate healing in your body, in your nervous system, that can help you bring back to balance, get the necessary sleep you need. Now, what's really sparked this and what's brought this to my attention is recent events with the extreme weather conditions have left us all, whether we've been directly affected or have family, friends, colleagues, or just feeling compassion for the thousands upon thousands of people who have lost everything, have been left homeless or without food, whose lives have been at risk. So if you think you're okay, it's more than likely you're not. Because in a state like this, in fact, I read a post which I thought was very, very, very well timed and really hit the nail on the head. It was by a psychotherapist, and she talked about hypervigilance and what happens to the nervous system. We're on constant alert. What happens to the stress levels that build up, the fight or flight that's constant when we're concerned we're going to lose our home, lose our roof, flooding, die in the flood, have no food, or worrying about somebody dear and near to us. And it can leave many of us feeling helpless, hopeless. What do I do about it? How can I help them? I've heard so many people say, I just feel like pulling the covers over my head. It can lead to depression. It can lead to sleepless nights, and then resulting in not a good state of mind and body that will just snowball into very negative consequences in our life. I know you know this, and forgive me for being so serious, and my disclaimers, this video is not meant to replace therapeutic interventions, medical attention. By all means, do what you need to do. It is my hope that in this space, I've been doing this work for nearly 50 years. I've worked with hundreds of thousands of people live, up front, close, and personal. I coach people, mentor people. I've been teaching this process since 1971. It's been a part of my life. And I am so grateful and fortunate that my immediate family and myself have these tools, because I don't know how I would have handled it, lasted, or even survived without it. So I want to pass on to you a very simple dynamic meditation process that can help you with this. So whether you live in Houston or Mexico, the Caribbean, Puerto Rico, or have family and friends who live in these areas that have been so hard hit, St. Martin, just the list is endless. I know, because although we've been pretty much safe and sound in our home here in Connecticut, and most of my family, our son Jason lives on St. Thomas. He's lost just about everything, all means of employment. He has 2 startup businesses that have to do with tourism. That's a done deal, at least for now, for some time. And every means of visible support. They have no power, not easy access for food. And that's not even the worst island to be hit. And one of the things I went through to tell you about this, what really brought this to my attention to want to share this with you, is during this time, I was in Oslo, Norway, delivering a Silva Immersion of Life and Intuition system in English. I was working with a new team of instructors, certifying them. And I have to say, it was tough. And there were moments where I would just wake up every couple of hours worrying about him, thinking, is he safe? Because we lost connection. And then the news was not being very complete. And by using this process I'm going to teach you, it didn't make the problem go away, but it did help me handle it, get the needed sleep, do my job, because let's face it, guys, and again, I don't mean to minimize this, worry is like a rocking chair. It gives us something to do, but gets us nowhere. And the worry is probably the worst thing to do, because worry is a catalyst. Worry is a trigger of thoughts, worrisome thoughts, negative thoughts. And when that happens, it changes our body chemistry, because the brain will release all kinds of chemicals that create a level of toxicity. Our nervous system gets overwhelmed. And I'm going to spare you the details, but this is science. It's not just in your head. And you're not alone. And that's also the message. If you're feeling like pulling the covers over your head, or you're feeling despondent and helpless, you are not alone. We're all facing high levels of uncertainty because of these extreme weather conditions, and we're told it's going to get worse before it gets better. Oh my God, what do you do with that? So I hope I don't sound like a prophet of doom. It is, however, our current reality. So I believe and know that we may not be able to change the weather, but we can change our response to it. We can change our reaction. We can manage our energy. We can truly take command of our lives, and it's an inside game. And that's what I want to leave you with, is a simple meditation hack. It's actually a dynamic meditation, part of the dynamic meditation system that I've had the privilege and the honor to be part of. It started way back in 1966. And what that means is, usually meditation is passive. It's great for the body, great for your brain, great for your heart. And we calm. And even mindfulness now tends to be single-minded, focused. Dynamic meditation, this is actually a very advanced application of meditation, of mindfulness, because with this you can actually focus your thoughts, you can actually visualize. And that's not really the point of the video. So here's the lesson, and let me just get to this because this is important. So you don't need to be experiencing the trauma and the uncertainty, because this is a life hack. This is a meditation hack you can use anytime to make sure you release the distress, stay centered and focused, and bring your best to whatever you do. And make sure you get the needed sleep and the needed rest, because if you don't, you're screwed. It's that simple. So keeping it simple, the first step would be, let's say you're in bed and you wake up and you're worrying about someone or something. Understandable, it's understandable. All the research in positive psychology in the recent decade shows that when we have self-talk in the second and third person, instead of saying, I am okay, I need to sleep, as if talking to yourself and using your name, such as Ken, this is time to sleep, not time to worry. I can't do anything, I'm thousands of miles away. So talking to ourselves like that is proven to be very powerful, and the research on high performers even demonstrate this in just about every arena of life. So the first step would be to focus on your breathing. Slow, deep belly breathing. I know, you know that, but are you doing it? Just because you know something doesn't mean you use it. As someone once said, common sense isn't always common practice. So the slow, deep belly breathing is a natural antidote to distress. You're inhaling very slowly through your nose, filling your belly, holding it for a few seconds, and then exhaling out your mouth. And this time when you exhale, just think release. Release. Release the distress. And just desire to relax. Tell yourself, using your own name, whatever your name might be, again I use myself as an example, Ken, this is time to relax, recharge, and sleep, not to worry. And you want to do that at least 3 times. 3 slow, deep breaths. Of course, your eyelids are closed. You're in bed. It could also be during the day. If you're working, you're finding that you're getting preoccupied and you're worrying about someone and you're losing your focus with your clients, with your students, with your friends, with your spouse. It's a way to bring yourself back into focus and bring your best self in all that you do. So not just to get back to sleep. Then, the second step is, part of the worry, it creates what? Anxiety and tension. Or we worry about our job, or we worry about our livelihood, or we worry about our family. So you want to change the focus. You want to take the focus off of me, 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 me. And again, that's understandable. It's not a bad thing. It's understandable. We all do that. But we take it off ourselves and place it on somebody else. So depending on what your religious persuasion may be, or your spiritual background may be, however you relate to this, what I want you to do is to start thinking of people you know, people you care about, and imagine a smile. I say, because it's easy for me because of my upbringing, God bless Jason, God bless Barbara, God bless the people in Mexico. Or you can say, imagine a white light. Or you can say a prayer if that's your persuasion. Whatever it is, you want to put others first and wish them well. Think happy, healing thoughts. Yes, I am talking about absent healing, remote healing, distant healing, and yes, I know that the scientific community still needs to research this more thoroughly. However, in all these years, it's become a part of my life, and I am personally a great believer, and I hope you are too. You have nothing to lose. I can tell you though, it's the surest way to get back to sleep. It's the surest way to calm yourself, because what you're doing is detaching from your own self-absorption, detaching from your own obsessive worry about yourself or your own situation, and you're thinking of another human being. That's powerful stuff. It's an advanced spiritual principle. And you can look at that yourself. And the next thing you know, you'll be sound asleep if you're in bed. The next thing you know, you have your mind focused back. 2 simple steps. I'll add a third optional bonus step, if you will. If you're into manifesting, creating the life you want, or mental rehearsal for self-improvement, for your personal development, then the third step would be, well, I'll add 2, is appreciate even the smallest success you have. Feel satisfied, feel genuinely happy, thrilled. Yes, even if it's a little small one, let alone a big, and celebrate it. And continue to strive for excellence. Continue to strive to improve. Continue to strive to scale up if you're in business, whatever it might be. And then, once you feel that genuine appreciation and you create that heart coherence of emotions where you're in a state of gratitude and bliss and joy, then the 4th step would be, then imagine and to visualize your best self, your ideal self, positive outcomes as they relate to your goals in your life. Guys, this is important. It works. As I said, I've worked with hundreds of thousands of people, and this isn't, I developed it from my years, but I've got to tell you, there's so much research and so many people teaching aspects like this. It's up to you now. You have a choice to either continue to feel like crap and suffer, or to take back command, take back control. You can do it, and if there's any way I can be of help, I'm here for you. So let me just sum it up. There are 2 main steps, simple in this advanced dynamic meditation, and the 2 bonus steps. The first step is to get yourself back to sleep, to get yourself focused, centered, relaxed, is your eyelids closed, and you focus on slow, deep belly breathing, at least 3 slow, deep breaths. And as you exhale, think release. Release and desire to relax. Then, take the focus off yourself and think of someone you know of, care about, family, friends, co-workers, students, clients, and imagine good things for them. A smiling face. They're happy. They're successful. They're safe and sound. If you're spiritually inclined that way, you can pray for them. You can say, God bless them. Whatever it is, you want to turn your attention to people other than yourself in a positive, healing thought. You'll notice, you'll feel more hopeful, you'll feel more optimistic, and when you do, you'll start acting more responsibly, doing the things that will work for you. Then, if you want to work on your manifesting and self-improvement or personal development, the 3rd step would be feel some genuine gratitude and appreciation for any success, even small ones, for a minute or so. Then, imagine, visualize, think of positive outcomes as they relate to your life and your goals. I hope you find good fortune with this and it helps you. I'd love to hear your comments below if you're watching this on YouTube or you're watching it on Facebook. Please, please, if you find this of value, if you're resonating with this message, please share it with somebody you know who could benefit from this. Too many people out there are suffering, and let's see what we can do to bring some hope, some comfort. Even just a little bit, every little bit helps. Please share the good news. Help me to also get my message out there, because I have a ton of content, a ton of exercises that I want to be able to share with you and make available to you. And if you'd like to see or find more free training videos, subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you're on YouTube now, you just click on the button, simple as that, or connect with me on Facebook. I'd love to meet you one day also live. Thanks again, guys, and may the rest of your life be the absolute best of your life.